an award for Stefan's gallant performance.
The final contest tonight is a welterweight contest between Yoddecha from Thailand and Rayen Redbeat Simson. The fighter that's come into Thailand has really impressed the fans here of late. In fact, the last time I saw Rayen Simson fight, he won convincingly by knockout.
Yeah, Rayen Simson's a very hard fighter. He's come up against top-ranked boxers being here. He's had it tough. He's the world champion for the WPKL. He's from Suriname, which is in the Caribbean. So he's one of the top boys in the field. Definitely fighting out of Holland, he is #1.
The last time I saw him fight at Lumpini, he won by knockout in the first round, and he looked awesome. So let's see how Simson goes tonight. He's up against a very, very skillful fighter, though, in Yoddecha, and he's going to be really tested here today. And there's the crowd again, that 100,000 plus in front of the King's Palace to witness the elite of Muay Thai.
Here we have Rayen Simson does a very nice waiku. For this fight, he flew in a couple of weeks ahead of the fight and prepared himself in Pattaya at one of our gyms, and he trained really hard for this fight. It was quite important to him, especially after he made his name with a first round knockout at Lumpini Stadium.
Well, there's plenty of tattoos over him, as over his trainer, and certainly would be a ferocious opponent to face up to if you're looking down on Rayen Simson in the ring. Now into the centre they go. Round 1 is underway. Yoddecha in Thailand on the left of the screen, and Rayen Simson to the right.
Well, Ryan's main strength is in his hands. He's got good hand speed. He's a very hard hitter, whereas Yoddecha is in his legs. He is an awesome leg kicker, and he's sent many a victim to hospital with broken legs.
Yoddecha looking a little smaller than Simson. That would mean that you probably want to keep away from Simson in the grappling.
Yeah, well, the weights, they weighed in exactly the same weight. The difference is, if you look at the legs, at the top half of the legs of Yoddecha, they're massive. He has massive legs.
Yoddecha, known as the great kicker, up against one of the toughest and meanest fighters to come into Thailand for a long time, well trained, and he's a fighter that certainly doesn't lack anything in terms of power and strength. That's Simson there with the tattoos.
Yeah, I've got a lot of respect for Simson, because he'll go in the ring with anybody. He doesn't care, and he'll go and he'll do his best. He won't lay down for nobody, and he won't back off for nobody. The one thing that Simson has against him is he has very tiny legs. When he comes up against a boxer like Yoddecha definitely is going to work on his legs.
Yoddecha now in the centre of the ring, sizing up Simson here in the first round. Slips underneath that punch of Simpson's, and Simson, as you said, certainly does pack a very powerful punch, and that's one thing that Yoddecha will be watching at very carefully as he settles into this fight. Round 1 often the probing round of Muay Thai. Not a lot of action taking place here. Both fighters are just probing out, testing each other's strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, well, to get ahead on points in the first round, you've virtually got to knock the opponent down. Without a knockdown, 90% of the time, or 99% of the time, it's a draw.
Still a long way to go in this contest. We're only getting towards the end of round 1, and both fighters are just testing each other out at the moment. No major shots are being fired, although Simson looks like he's got his gun recoiled and about to explode at any moment.
You can see that Yoddecha's got a lot of respect for Simson here. He's keeping it very tidy, and saying so, Simson's got the same respect for Yoddecha. This is a very tidy fight.
Simpson there just poising his knee, about to let it strike in onto the chest of Yoddecha, but he had second thoughts.
I think Simpson's making a mistake here. He's going too hard on the first round. See,
Plow attempt by Yoddecha.
Yeah, understanding how the referees think and the judges give the points is very important in Muay Thai. A lot of these guys come here and move out on the first round. If they don't knock them down, they've wasted the energy. They should be just feeling out, finding out what the weaknesses are, and save the steam for the second round.
Well, certainly we expect fireworks to erupt here. I'm not talking about outside the ring, I'm talking about inside the ring, because you can see that both these fighters are preparing for their tactics, and the tactics are to go all out and win, and expect the action to hot up as we move into the second round.
There's the corner of Simson and Yoddecha. They're working very hard on each other.
There's Yoddecha now, centre of the ring. Simson unleashes 2 punches, then steps back. Teak push kick.
Very fast. Simpson is very fast. He is on the ball.
Action
Look at that
hotting up
perfect
now.
uppercut followed up by a leg kick. He's going to hurt Yoddecha. He's coming in okay.
Simpson on the attack. Punches.
Look at that.
And then unfortunately for him, as he fired out that roundhouse kick, Yoddecha saw it coming and grabbed it, and therefore upset Simpson. He fell on his back.
This is only one of the only weaknesses Simpson has, is that he tends to have a lot of problems with balance and getting
like
pushed
Sityodtong
over.
almost.
Yeah, like Sityodtong, he's always being pushed over.
And again, Simpson and Yoddecha putting the pressure on the Simpson now in the second round. Knee strike by Simpson, got through.
Oh.
And a response with punches by Yoddecha. Yoddecha next.
Yoddecha is trying to keep his distance with a teep, a push kick. In Thai, we call this kick the teep, which is a push kick. It's used to create distance between the opponents.
Now, I've seen it used as an aggressive weapon, also for defence. One of those great weapons of Muay Thai. Jabs now by Simson. He does throw a beautiful punch, doesn't he, Simson?
Yeah, Simson, his hands are very good. He's done a lot of work on his hands lately. He's been practicing his grappling. He's been grappling with the Thais to get ready for this fight. He knew that Yoddecha is a very strong and hard boxer, so he put his time in on the grappling, knowing that he has to work on his feet work as well.
Look at that upper legs of Yoddecha. You know, if he ever gets the chance to really go smashing in with those legs, I'm sure he's going to do so. He must pack one of the strongest roundhouse kicks in the competition. There he is, Yoddecha now, sizing up Simson. Simson standing back, punches. Now the grapple's on. Let's see who's going to win the distance fight. Gets into a stalemate quickly though at the referee place. Simson standing back.
You can definitely see the size. Look at the size of the legs of Yoddecha.
Huge.
He's taken out many opponent in the first round. I've never seen him go more than 3 rounds with a European.
Yoddecha now moving in on to Simson, testing it out, fires out the roundhouse kick. Simson stands back a little. Yoddecha stalking.
If Simson can get this on and go the distance with Yoddecha, he is really doing well. Look at that. These two, they got respect for each other. They're not scared. They're both, no one's stepping back. Simpson says, I've come here to fight. Yoddecha says, I'm not going anywhere either.
Yoddecha testing Simpson at the moment with those roundhouse kicks. Getting in close. Simpson stands back a little now. Yoddecha sizing him up, moves forward, stalking. Simpson stands back, moves back slightly. And you sort of get the impression that Yoddecha is just waiting for his right opportunity to attack onto Simpson. Well, end of the round.
Yoddecha knows that Simpson is one of the best in his weight division, and he's got the respect for him for that as well. So I think you can see that he doesn't want to do anything stupid and risk taking one of those right hooks.
What's the background of Simpson? Where does he hail from?
Well, Simpson comes out of the Caribbean and is training in Holland, and he comes across to Thailand quite often and brushes up on his training. He holds numerous titles. Look at him move out, isn't he? He looks very tidy here.
Jab with the punches again goes Simson. There's that roundhouse kick of Yoddecha. Yoddecha punches now onto Simpson. Simpson follows up
very
uppercuts.
tidy with the hands.
Uppercuts, and he's pushing back onto Yoddecha. Yoddecha a bit of
trouble now. There's a good knee. There's a good knee there, Patrick.
Excellent knee by Simpson. Well, he's taking the fight up to Yoddecha at the moment. Yoddecha, a little bit surprised there maybe by the resilience of Simpson to come back under pressure.
Well, this round,
elbow by Simson.
Good fly.
There's that hammer of that elbow came right down onto the head of Yoddecha, but Yoddecha responds away from the danger area. And but nevertheless, you look at this fight, you think that Simpson is really coming up for a little at the moment.
If he can keep the pace on like this round is his. The last round's not. The last round definitely goes to Yoddecha because Simpson got thrown around a little bit, but
he's had a good round so far, Simpson.
But this round is Simpson's. So far, this round is Simpson's.
Yoddecha under a bit of pressure on Simpson in the second round. Flashes out very head by kick.
Whoa!
Knee strike attempt by Simpson, but couldn't quite get the target area. Then he pushes Yoddecha back onto the ropes. Yoddecha into the centre of the ring.
What Simpson's lacking is the understanding of how the referees and judges think, and in the scoring of the points. You can't just come in and punch and kick and punch and kick and think you're going to win the fight. He's got to start dominating. Yeah, he's got to start dominating and using a good variation of technique.
Also, what the foreign fighters come out here, they don't score the knees, and yet that is high scoring in the way.
Yes, the knees are good scoring, and definitely if you're throwing on the ground and throwing around, the judge sees the person doing the throw as the more dominant.
And I suppose also what they often say is, in the end, it's the fighter who deemed to be the ringmaster is the winner. And the ringmaster also obviously includes skill.
Then you have to also look at who are the judges and referees. Some judges like technique, some judges like just brute strength and guts.
I suppose if you're an all-round punter, you'd probably go for the middle road. A bit of skill, bit of domination, strength. It's the all-round fighter that probably would be considered to be the superior fighter.
Yeah, this round so far is definitely Simpson red beats. It's definitely Ryan Simpson's.
Simpson.
Oh,
backing it off.
Very close, very close.
Yoddecha under a little bit of pressure from Simpson. He's been stalked and hunted here in this third round, and as we go into round 4, Yoddecha is going to have to fight all the way.
Oh yes, definitely. That's the end of the third round. We're coming into the fourth round now, and that round was definitely Simpson's, but if I look at this fight, I see the first round as a draw, second round was definitely Yoddecha's, and the third round definitely Simpson. So I call it equal points at the moment. The next 2 rounds are going to be the deciding factor. Can Simpson pull it off? Can he play at the tie game? Can he convince the judges that he can do it the Thai way?
And also, is he fit enough? He's just thrown into this contest, so maybe Yoddecha will have the advantage with fitness with 1 and 2 more rounds remaining. Yoddecha firing into those roundhouse kicks, and back goes Simpson, reeling under those strikes at the moment by Yoddecha. Yoddecha turning up the heat here in round 4.
Simpson, they're both turning the heat up here. Just Simpson's got to make sure he's got his balance and everything nice and neat so he doesn't get thrown around the ring. This is where he loses on points with the judges. He's got to realise that the punching doesn't gain too much influence over the judges in Thai boxing.
Yoddecha certainly looking very strong now as he moves into Simpson. Simpson unleashing a lot of punches. Now into the grapple, tests his strength. Yoddecha holds his weight against Simpson.
Very good knee, very good knee.
As the knee strikes of Simpson are trying to get through. And Yoddecha, though, is looking quite competent, quite tidy at the moment, as Simpson realises that this is the crucial round.
Yes, this is this is the problem. There's the problem there, yeah.
So obviously Simpson under pressure now. Maybe when he's under pressure he finds the balance a bit hard to maintain with his physique the way it is. And now Yoddecha is keeping the pressure on with those low leg kicks.
Oh, there it is again. There it is again.
Hard kicks, those kicks of Yoddecha.
See, the other thing is Simpson's got to get up faster. If he doesn't get up faster, judges really look at it as a knockdown. But when they get bounced back up, the judges tend to think of it as a slip.
But they still are very powerful kicks, though.
Oh, that was a wicked kick.
I mean, if I was judging, I'd say that you get to get top points for those sort of kicks. They're annihilating. As Yoddecha now moves into Simpson. Simpson backing off slightly now. He's under pressure. Yoddecha turning up the heat. Comes in on to Simpson.
He's working on Simpson's legs there.
Powerful kicks of Yoddecha, one of the meanest.
Here it goes. Here it comes again. You watch. He's setting him up for a good leg kick again.
Yoddecha looking dangerous here in the 4th round. Knee strike by Simpson. Referee says fight on. There's that low leg
kick. There it is again. There it is again.
Simpson.
This is going Yoddecha's way.
Yoddecha now, I'd say Sifu would be ahead on points. And it's looking a little bit grim now for Simpson. He's got to do something a bit special now to salvage this round.
Simpson needs to do more road work. He's got to really toughen those legs up and get that balance, work on that balance.
Certainly in terms of skills of punching, he's probably as good as I've ever seen. But
he's one of the best. He's one of the best.
There's that low leg kick again by Yoddecha. Working on it. He's been unrelenting with those low leg kicks for the entire 4 rounds. He's had a fight plan, and that is to kick the tall timber down, and it's worked.
Simson's making a few mistakes here. He's relying on his punching power to survive. It doesn't work like that.
Let's pick up the slow motion of the fourth round. There's those low leg kicks of Yoddecha. There they go again. Powerful kicks.
They're definitely knockdowns. They're definitely knockdowns.
I'd almost give that a countdown on that one.
Yeah. Well, unless he's injured and he can't get up, then normally the referee will give him at least 2 seconds to make an effort to get up.
There it goes again. All that fortunately for Simpson, he got out of the way of that low leg kick with their powerful kicks. That deep push kick, and there's that low leg kick right under the side of the thigh. Must be very powerfully earned. Those sort of kicks.
Coming into the last round now, Patrick, but that round definitely was Yoddecha's. So Yoddecha's in the lead here now. I'd
say that Simpson might be almost thinking knock down Yoddecha if he's going to be certain to win this contest, because he's behind on points.
Either that, he might have a chance to bring up to a close split if he can win unanimously on last round.
Yoddecha in the box seat, one more round remaining. Simpson being hunted and kicked down several times by Yoddecha in the third and fourth round, particularly that fourth round. That was really the turning point. In the fourth round, the fight was up for the grabbing.
Got something wrong with the glove. What's wrong there?
It's like
his glove's slipping off.
Simpson's glove did come off slightly. Now he's back into the fray again. But that fourth round, I think, was a turning point, simply. That was really the fight could have gone one way or the other. It was Yoddecha come with those sweeping leg kicks.
Simpson's coming back strong. He still feels it. He thinks he can take this.
I need a knockdown, though.
Yeah, he'll definitely need to knock him down to get this one, because
that's a tough assignment.
You can't win just on punching with basic leg kicks. You've got to have more in your attire.
Yoddecha standing back there slightly from Simpson. Simpson realising that the fight is almost over for him. He's got to make his move and make it quickly. In he comes, punching, looking for the leg grab when he gets the opportunity.
Yoddecha is very smart. He's using the teeth or the push kick to keep Simpson at bay. Makes Yoddecha look like the teacher and Rayen Simpson the student. He's saying, you'll come in when I let you come in, and that's it.
Well, I suppose when you've got the points advantage, you can afford to be a little cocky, and that's exactly what Yoddecha is doing at the moment. He's basically going into a cruise mode. He's not going to take any risks, and he's going to make Simpson do all of the point scoring if he wants to do so.
Well, he knows he's won now. If he can get through this round and make Simpson keep Simpson at his distance, he knows he's won. So that's what he's doing now. He's using his jab and his push kick, and there was an elbow.
Simpson going one more time.
Elbow there.
Simpson realising that the fight is almost gone. He's going to have one last desperate attempt to knock down Yoddecha here in the final seconds of this fifth round.
You know, if this fight was fought in Europe, the judges would go on Simpson's side, because they're more into the punching and that than ties, whereas the ties are over the total package, the total deal. So when I look at this fight, I see Yoddecha so far is definitely
I'd say you're right there.
Is going to win here, but in Europe this could go a different way.
If you're talking in international boxing, every point is scored every punch that was fired, yes, certainly, but a lot of those punches, Yoddecha is not one bit deterred by them.
It's not affecting him at all. But what I'm saying is that in places like Holland and Europe, the judges are more influenced in the handwork, because most of them are converted international boxing judges.
Well, let's see what happens here in the final seconds of round 5. A brave performance by Simpson, but on the bell I think you'll find that Yoddecha, almost certainly find that Yoddecha, and he has been given the verdict.
It wasn't quite enough. It wasn't quite enough. Very, very close decision. I'd say 49-48. I'd say split decision.
We're seeing these two fighters fight again. I'd like to thank you, Super Robert. I look forward to your company at ringside again soon.
Yes, thank you too, Patrick Cusack. That was a great night. Here, Songshai International Promotion would like to thank everybody for helping set this up. This is a world major event in front of the Grand Palace on behalf of the King's birthday. One of the largest Muay Thai extravaganzas in the history of Muay